All right, we are officially live. Welcome, everybody, to the Zach Pitts Show. I'm excited about today because the man, the myth, the legend, the people chef, award-winning chef, Chef Anthony Head from Chicken Heads. How are you, man?
Hey, I'm well, my friend.
So great to see you.
Yeah,
you know, this is the first time I've been able to see the inside of this, but most people don't get to see the inside of Chicken Heads. So because you're watching the Zach Pitts Show, your exclusivity right here. You're getting an inside look to the ghost kitchen here at Chicken Heads.
Yep.
And this has been an adventure that you've been really grinding hard on it.
Oh man, you know, we were founded in 2019 in West Dayton, and then after a brief, well, longer than I wanted to, business shutdown, we got to start down here at 1122 East Dorton Lane in Kettering, in a unique concept, the ghost kitchen. So as you can tell, it's not that scary, and outside of our tinted windows, give us a little bit of privacy, and more importantly, some heat reflection. We want to reveal some of the secrets today. We're just, at the end of the day, we're just making good food, my friend.
And there's some good food right in front of us right now. A huge thank you to you for letting myself and videographer Carlos coming in here today. And you're feeding us. And again, everybody that's watching right now get to see some of this delicious food. So I don't want to waste any of your time, Let's get right to the food.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. What we have here is I love putting that award-winning moniker on the front of us now because we've earned it. Every year, we're always in the best of Dayton competitions, and this year's been kind of a breakthrough year. 2023, 2024, we named Best Fried Chicken in Dayton. They even like the chef a little bit. Different magazines have voted us top. But if you know anything, if we're known for anything, it's our signature sandwich, the Medusa. And she has grown up over the years. We call her Medusa because, you know, she used to be pretty ugly, but now I think she really represents a thing of beauty. She is our signature sandwich. She is our Big Mac. She is our Chick-fil-A sandwich. This is the Medusa. So what you'll see is, I might as well explain, it's our jumbo tender on a toasted brioche bun with our house-made macaroni and cheese, chiffonade cut collard greens, some pickled onions, and then that nice toasted bun top. It's really a soul food meal on a bun.
Now let's see if I can remember real quick. Chiffonade, because I believe you taught me this concept once before. It's when you roll it up really nice and tight.
Roll it up. Yeah, you roll it up.
Make sure they're really thin.
Really thin. So what I love about this is that we're not a soul food restaurant. In fact, we use a lot of classic techniques, really from my background as a culinary arts instructor, both at the high school and college level. But it's all about technique here. So we get some traditional collard greens. Instead of the traditional way of tearing them, we take the stem out, we roll them up, we slice them thin. But what that allows us to do is to now simmer these collards so we maintain a nice velvety texture, but great flavor. And then we use the pot liquor, the actual fluid that we cook the greens in, to season other things in the restaurant. So it's all about using ingredients and exploiting as much flavor out of them as we can.
Can I go ahead and just bang on this real quick?
Oh, you can.
I gotta get myself a bite in here.
So yeah, while you niggling, that's a big look. I love that, right? Because that's a jumbo tender. So
there isn't one single bite. There's like flavor
you
everywhere.
Get that? Yeah, we got a chow for you. Yeah.
So
you got a jumbo tender. That is not a chicken breast. So the tender, as you know, is the filet mignon of the chicken. So how we get to that size? We press it out with our hands, hand breaded every single one, and it's cooked. Yeah, I love the way you look at it. That's real. That's all natural. And it's a lot of technique that goes even to the tender itself. So we brine it overnight. We actually have a special piece of machinery over here that's called our vacuum marinator. So it actually pulls the air out and allows that brine to penetrate deep within the meat, and then it tumbles it. So you're making a tenderer. And then you do the exact opposite when we cook it. We use a pressure fryer. So you make a lot of people call it broasted cooking, but because we're using Henny Penny, we can't use the broasted brand name. But pressure fryers, we cook it at a lower temperature and 100% canola oil. So it really locks in that flavor. So it's crispy on the outside. Oh yeah, my friend, crispy on the outside, juicy in the middle. And if we're known for anything, as much as people love our sandwiches, they love our jumbo tenders as well. What's been recently important is not just our jumbo tenders, but these fried green tomatoes. So
let's get in there. Let's really get in there. What's
going on here? So yeah, these are our jumbo tenders. This is kind of worth seeing, right? These aren't little skimpy tenders from those other guys. These are weighty, and because of that brining process, even after cooking, they hold on to their weight. And like I said, this is pure 100% white meat. You see how juicy that meat is, full of flavor. People all the time want sauces. They want everything drenched in sauce. I eschew that. That's like taking a good steak and adding a bunch of sauce on it. Taste my meat first, pause. You know, before you put it in.
Taste the man's meat first. You know, I think that says a lot too, because the way that you have the patience to cook everything and find a real solution to not having to use all the sauces. You know, some people pride themselves on being the sauce boss, right?
Yeah.
Why is it important for you as a culinary creator, if you will, to make sure that you're not skipping on the little things, the details that make a huge difference?
You know, I think that's the essence of being a small business. It's not just we're small in size, but we worry about the small details because every small business wants to grow to be a big business. And the only way we do that is through the positive reviews. So we're the #1 rated fried chicken restaurant in the Miami Valley, both on Yelp and Google for a reason. It's the small details that you pay for. And what I love about this concept, we are essentially fast food. You're seeing us Chick-fil-A year 5, McDonald's year 5, Wendy's year 5. This is how we're starting out. But as we work on our large location in Dayton at 865 North Main Street, we'll have a traditional drive-through. We won't ever have dine-in because you know what? Most people who want to grab food, they want to order ahead, pick it up, and go on the way. And that's the kind of niche market we're going after. And more importantly, about the type of foods we sell. Everybody has French fries. We've been very intentional about having, like, for instance, our fried pickles. We have our waffle fries, fried green tomatoes. We have okra. We have sweet potato tots. These are things for, I kind of look at it like bar food at home, right? Everyone doesn't want to go to the bar, but we all know, especially in Dayton, the bars have some of the best fried food, some of the best burgers, but we're trying to do it on the chicken side. So we think that's what separates us. And more importantly, going back to the model itself, the Ghost Kitchen model. You order ahead at chickenheadsdayton.com. On average, 7 minutes for a tender-based meal, 12 minutes for wings, and you pull up here at 1122 East Dorothy Lane, come to the pickup window, grab your food, and you're on your way. I tell people all the time, this is food for grown-ups. Like we don't have a kids menu. If they like it, great. But the reality is this is the food after a long day where you come pick your meal up, sit in the driveway and eat this. Go to those other guys for kids food, but for us, this is food for grown-ups.
And go what it is. I mean, you're a busy father yourself.
Indeed.
So, you're running from one place to the other, making sure that your middle littles, I think, as you call them, making sure that they get to wherever they need to be. But, not skipping on the little things that are going to make the huge difference after a long day at work, making sure that you're putting in that care. And one thing that I really love about what you talk about very often is the amount of gratitude and respect that you have for the local community, because the local community is what's helped you become what you are today.
Oh, absolutely. It goes without saying. We win a lot of the local contests with Best Chicken. We're always a part of the conversation. And what I love, particularly in Kettering and definitely starting my business in Dayton, is everyone who shows up in this patio say, hey, I follow you online. I looked at the reviews. I tell my family about you. And no one supports small business like other small business owners. I love that. Like almost everyone here in the Kettering area, these are working folks. We're all working, trying to make it happen in the face of high inflation, high cost of everything. They choose to spend their dollars with us, which they know. If you ever see kids running outside in the grass or hear kids back here playing cartoons, those are my children. This is the essence of a small business. My kids are in the back. We actually have an extra TV back there in the cot. They're growing up in this restaurant. And what I love so much is not just how the community is supporting us, but that I, as a father, need to role model what it's like to invest in your community, be supported by your community, and to be a small business owner. And my kids are watching that interaction happen. So yeah, it's been a blessing in a multiplicity of ways. And like they always say, when you spend $1 with a small business, it gets spent at the local grocery store. We go to Ritter's every Friday, have some ice cream. Other small businesses, sell their desserts and stuff in this restaurant. So it really gets cycled in the community for every dime you spend with us.
Yeah. And again, if you're just tuning in right now, you're watching the Zach Pitts Show with the one and only Chef Anthony Head, the People's Chef, award-winning chef here at Chicken Heads. And if you have any questions right now as you're watching the live stream, don't hesitate to ask the chef a question. I mean, you're getting an inside look inside the Ghost Kitchen right now. I've been munching on the Medusa over here. Let's talk about the chicken and waffles real quick.
Man, listen, I think these are the best chicken and waffles in town. I'll put these up against anybody in town. These are a little special. These are Liège waffles. So a lot of people are used to the big Belgian waffle or even the Waffle House waffle. I love that space myself. But these are a little different because when you bite into them, if I'm going to crunch into it,
here,
what you're going to have.
Let's see if we can get a little
crunch in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You hear that crunch on that mic? That's what we're looking for.
That wasn't a TV bite. That's a real I haven't had lunch bite. What I love about that is that your little sugar pearls that caramelize inside of that waffle. So now you have this quintessential sweet, but it's a grown-up flavor. It's not a bunch of candy sweet, not a bunch of artificial ingredients. Now you pair that with the savoriness of our chicken wings. So again, those chicken wings, we call them BBC, Big Brine Chicken.
You give me every single time.
That's a little on the beak, isn't it? We got our big brown chicken here, but these are actually our big brine chicken.
Oh man, that's what I like. You always throwing a little sneakiness in there.
I tell people we're the land of double and triple entendre. So Chicken Heads is first name Chicken, last name Head. I'm Chef Anthony Head, so that's where the name. That's why it's apostrophe possessive S there.
Sunny's over here. She's asking, do you deliver lunch to Idaho? So she's all the way out in Idaho right now. So
we're working on it though.
Working on it.
Let me know where your local airport is, because just recently I applied for the certification to allow us to grow this business via airport. So hopefully we'll get out to Dayton International. So anybody who has any airport connections, please let them know Chicken Heads is looking to grow there. because other chicken restaurants of our type, they start out in malls, they start out in airports, and that's kind of the model we want to take. What I love when I say other brands, year 5, is that these multi-billion-dollar companies have been doing it 70 years. Year 5, we're beating them in local contests. And trust me, you're going to love us in Idaho. You guys make some of the best potatoes. So if we can muscle in on some of McDonald's potato farms out there, we'll get some good chicken to pair with it.
Collaboration. Hey, let's take a quick walk outside just so people can see the experience, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to order online, right? You're going to order online.
Go to chickenheadsdayton.com, click order online, pay for it. And then what I love about this, you'll come to our if you're doing pickup, come to our location at 1122 East Dorothy Lane. Type it in Google, type it in Apple Maps. It'll bring you right to our front door. And then you're going to wait. Because when your order is ready, we will actually send you a text to that ordering phone and say, hey, your order's ready. You'll come up onto our patio, come to the pickup window, give us your name. And usually we know exactly who you are because we've summoned you. And then we'll give you your food. You'll be on your way.
Well, let's go ahead and quickly show people again, so you know exactly where you're going. We're going to take a live look outside, and you're going to show us exactly what the process looks like. So you go online, you order, and then you come to this.
You come to our patio. Like I said, as much as opportunity to do much out here, we don't, because they help us keep costs down. So the reason why we don't have indoor dining, because dining rooms sit empty a lot of times. A lot of restaurants in the area are struggling to fill it. That's okay. We take those savings and we put them in our good ingredients. So you come up our patio, and we see you. We got cameras everywhere. Even this Ring camera lets you know. And you come here to our pickup window, and hey, we'll tell you, all right, have you placed your order online? Did you receive an order ready, text or email? If so, we will be with you shortly. And of course, smile because you're on camera. So I can see from a module in my kitchen when you walk up, one of my assistants. And again, that mirror tent, you really can't look in here, but we can see you out inside as well. So.
There we go. So very simple. And again, just going online, coming and picking up. And the one thing I really want to mention before we head back inside. Let's go head back inside real quick before we wrap things up here.
Melt,
You know, the one thing that you were telling us before we went live today is how important it is for you to make sure that things are incredibly fresh. So a lot of times when people are getting here, you're making sure you're dropping the food right into the pressure cooker.
I love it. Right? So we got a timer, right? So you know there's an estimated time that we give you. And then typically, depending on what's going on, we see your car pull up, we'll drop your fries. So the worst news you can hear from me is 2 minutes on fresh fries, 3 minutes on fresh chicken. And you know what? No one's ever mad about that. And then even we package it up. So people say, oh, fried food, cardboard boxes don't go. Well, you know what? It's a nod to the environment to have these compostable, recyclable boxes. But if you ever see your meal, Universal is going to be packed just like this. It's going to be vented so that any steam from that juicy brine chicken vents out and it keeps it crispy. And this is kind of an old school restaurant trick. The reason why we put a Hawaiian roll or some type of bread product with all your fried chicken, because it helps absorb the excess moisture. So again, this lasts, and people tell me they've come all the way from Tip City, from Xenia, Miamisburg. Their chicken survives that ride, crispy and juicy. And that's why we're so highly rated on DoorDash, because people say, wow, I ordered from DoorDash, my house 30 minutes away, chicken was hot, fresh, and crispy. Because the same thing, when the DoorDash drivers are coming to us, we see them on the screen. Literally, when I see they're 2 minutes out, I drop your fries. Our fries are 2.5 minutes. They wait 30 seconds. By the time they get out the car and get to our window, we're handing your food right out the window. So it's we leverage technology to deliver you a fresh meal. So whatever we give up in terms of you being able to dine on site, we try to make up for it in terms of giving you the freshest, crispiest food. And the best thing about it is some people sit right there. We call them parking lot picnics. They sit right there in the parking lot and enjoy their meal. So,
and we had a quick question here just asking about catering. Is that something that you do?
Absolutely. You go to our website at chickenheadsdayton.com, click our catering button. It sends you an inquiry. We cook a lot for doctor's offices and all that. And that's huge for a small business, right? So give us at least 24 hours and we'll do everything we can to make that happen, because the best thing about us, this is our best advertisement. Today, we're having a conversation, but the best advertisement for our business is our food. And the more people's mouths we can get this food into, they become our customers. And that's what I'm most proud of.
There you go. So aren't you glad that you watched the Zach Pitts show today? And again, let's hit that website up one more time so people, because I know they're seeing this right now. And they're saying, why am I not there?
Yeah, you know what? We're closed on Sunday, Monday, but Tuesday through Saturday, we work from 11 to 2, then again from 4 to 7 during the week, 8 p.m. on Friday, Saturday. www.chickenheadsdayton.com, or if you just look up Chicken Heads Dayton on Google, you can order right from our business page. So we try to make it easy. So if you got a phone, people use 90% of our orders come from people on their phones. Press it. If you pull up, you've got to place your order. Again, 7 minutes on average for a tender-based meal, 12 minutes for fresh wings, and it's always worth the wait.
Yeah. Well, as always, thank you so much. Worth the wait. I'm looking forward to eating the rest of this. And again, a huge thanks to AAA Pro Services today for sponsoring today's segment, doing excellent work here in the Miami Valley, helping restaurant owners just like Chef Ed continue to do what they do on a higher level. Thank you so much for watching today. We will see you next time right here on the Zach Pitts Show. Make sure you schedule your pickup and get yourself some chicken heads.
That's it. We'll see you. Thanks, guys.